The rain is falling. The fans are soaked. But here's the bottom line. We've got football at M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland. Today, Week 17 is upon us, and we've got a good one in store here, as it'll be the Dallas Cowboys taking on the Baltimore Ravens. The kicker, Brandon Aubrey, is out to get this one started. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Get hot! Get hot! Get ready! Get hot!
And they'll run the option to start the drive. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's 2nd down. You look at this Cowboy defense. Against the pass, they're hoping to trend in the opposite direction, because right now they're ranked number 26 in the NFL.
Defending the pass has not been one of their strong suits throughout the season, but if they have any hopes of making waves in January, they've got to improve in this area.
And he gets this one in midfield before he's brought down. 16 yards on that one, and a Raven first.
That's good for a Baltimore first down. 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
From midfield now, here's Jackson. Looking deep here for Flowers. Toward the sideline, intercepted. And the Cowboys are going to get the football here as they force the INT on the game's opening drive.
Well, they certainly weren't afraid to let it fly early, and they hope that'll keep the defense honest and keep the offensive guys excited about getting back out there. They are in attack mode in this game. It did backfire a little bit. Now you're just hoping your defense can keep them off the scoreboard so you're not facing a deficit the next time you run out there.
They'll run. This is Jaden Blue. And he finds enough of an opening to get this one back up to his 20. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. And this is going to be a Cowboys first down as they'll take this forward to the 27.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
Pass complete. George Pickens with it. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That's good for 28 yards.
That's really good play design right there, and it's one that comes down to the offensive line. It's a deep in route, but it's only going to work if that line gives you time in the pocket to wait for the route to develop. Mission accomplished there as they pick up the first down.
Boy, a dangerous throw there. Fortunate for him, it'll wind up incomplete.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Out of the gun, they run with Blue. Fighting his way through contact. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 42 yards rushing so far. And this is just their first possession. They've got a new set of downs here. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Off the play fake, Prescott. And this ball is caught by Lamb. Touchdown, Dallas. A great effort there. with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Cowboys are on the board first on the road here in Baltimore. Brandon Aubrey now for the extra point. And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good.
Ravens, nothing. Brandon Aubrey to kick off.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Now remember, the last time out, they threw the interception. That led to the touchdown, so now time to regroup.
It certainly is, and their goal right now as they go back out on the field, a calming drive, something that takes the ball, keeps it for a while, lets the defense relax a little bit, lets the offense regain confidence in their game plan.
38-yard line, 2nd and 9.
180.
From the gun, it's Jackson. They're looking deep here for Flowers. And he's got it inside the 10. And he takes this down deep on the Cowboys side of the field. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 55 yards.
Goal at the 6-yard line.
Alpha, sit on. 180.
They'll try and run for it with Henry. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. Jackson from the shotgun. There's Flowers. He's got it. Touchdown, Ravens. A 9-yard touchdown there. And the Ravens are an extra point away from drawing level. That's why you've got your star out there. Throw the ball to him. They did.
That's simply saying we don't care what coverage you put out there. He's so good. We're going there with the football anyway, and there's not a thing you can do about it.
Inside the red zone, they go to him. He gets it done. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the 2nd level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the 2nd level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
First down, and they go right back to blue. And a solid run down inside the 30. 92 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down. In motion, the tight end. Looking to throw. Prescott. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
Here we go. What do you think?
Prescott. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 18. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first.
First and 10 at the 18-yard line.
So from inside the 20, here's first and 10 at the 18.
Yeah! Here we go. What do you think?
They'll run up the middle here with Blue. And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Taking it right down Broadway. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown.
Well, it certainly looked to me like he tapped into the quarterback's thought process there. But I'm hearing more and more when I go around the league, defenders sitting in on quarterback meetings trying to learn more about how they think so they can be in the right position, to be in the right spot, as he was there, to pick that one off and take it all the way back for a touchdown.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, yeah, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
And he's got a good gain of 7 up to the 37. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
We're going to 52. Yeah, here we go.
Pickens going in motion left. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at the 43-yard line.
A first down carry for Henry. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there.
First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Again, it's Henry. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. The Ravens had 6 and 9 to start play. Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one. I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down.
Tyler Luke on for the Ravens field goal. A 42-yard attempt.
And his kick is good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. They already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
But one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender.
CeeDee Lamb, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Cowboys are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team and what will they do this offseason. What do you think they'll do?
Well, number one, they'll turn to their self-scouting report. And every team that's any good does this. They have outside groups, check out their team, scout them, and tell you who can play, who can't play, and reasons why. Some of it may just be health. They have to get some guys healthy and back out on the field. But overall, evaluate this squad and make the changes that you need to. Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Loose inside the 30, inside the 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50. And the Ravens are able to stretch out their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last time that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Here we go, Friday.
They go with Blue between the tackles. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. 113 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
They'll try and run again with Blue. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 41. Now a shotgun handoff, Blue. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Yeah, we got 46.
They'll try to throw now. Prescott. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
And I I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That is caught. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 25-yard line. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
A gain of 19 yards.
Prescott now.
And the Cowboys first down.
Finding Pickens for another catch. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown.
Touchdown, Dallas.
George Pickens, a 24-yard touchdown. And the Cowboys have cut it back within a score. The extra point up and good by Aubrey. And that cuts the lead to 3, 24-21. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach, and we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right. Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. Inside handoff, Henry. And they'll get him down here at about the 42. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive linemen said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Jackson going to keep it. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
His running ability has been an extra dimension of their game plan thus far. For once, though, he doesn't create any magic against the front that's prepared for him to try and take off.
Throw right side, going to be taken in by Henry. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
What a drive. This has been just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Now it's Jackson. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Flowers. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. To throw is Jackson. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half.
On fourth down, on is Tyler Luke for the Baltimore field goal.
And his kick is indeed good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
The Cowboys signal for their third and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
First down, Dallas.
54, go to 54, wide 8. We're going to 54, wide 8. 26.
Prescott off play action. He's going to loft one deep left side here.
And Prescott, his third interception. And the Ravens will have solid field position here as they take over at the 45-yard line.
Intercepted. The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 45-yard line.
It's up.
Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. Now he'll tap this and run. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble.
But it looks like one of the DBs has it.
And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
They go again with Blue. Not much room to run. Just gets it to the 35 after showcasing his tough running. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a third and about 4.
I don't care what the emphasis is in the NFL at any given time. Every defense is still going to say their number one goal every game is stop the run. And right now, they're not doing that, and that really chips away at your confidence.
Prescott from the gun.
He's got his target. That's complete. There he goes again.
Touchdown, Cowboys!
CeeDee Lamb
with his third touchdown and 18th on the year.
And the Cowboys are an extra point away from capturing the lead.
So Dak will bring the Cowboys up to go for the two-point try.
Cowboys will line up for the two-point conversion.
Prescott, they're going to throw for it. And that is caught for the 2 points. Could have been up one with a point after, but they go for 2. It worked.
It almost seems like they're trying to set an identity, doesn't it? We're going to be one of those teams that every time we get a chance to put extra points on the board, we will. Because really it's minimal in difference, right? Whether you're up 1 or 2, the field goal can still get you.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go...
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marquise Bell.
Okay, partner, no surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run. You have to make sure you keep your footing underneath you.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Kyle Hamilton picks it. And the Ravens will take over possession here up at the 44. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
First down. First and 10.
Jackson. Another pass into the reliable hands of Kelsey. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. 10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
And they get him behind the line, so that short gain on first down quickly negated. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
So a response there to the touchdown, the opening drive of this third quarter, as they're able to reclaim the lead.
And I think he'll take that because obviously you'd like to be able to match him touchdown for touchdown, but the first order of business was to get the lead back, and they've done that. Now you want to give a good pep talk to your defense to take it from there.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Play action now, Prescott. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
For the Cowboys.
Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. Now, this is going to work out well as it's out of bounds near the 13-yard line.
At their own 13-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had a field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, let's get a failure, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Kenny Clark, the big D tackle there to make the stop. They had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Jackson, option right. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one, because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
They'll come up now 3rd and 9.
Hey, Alpha, sit up.
Now Jackson. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
And here's Ryan Wright now,
as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Taking it about the 16. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. Now Prescott. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Now Prescott. Trying to set up a screen for Blue. They hold him to only 2 there on the screen. It's 2nd down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Here's a 2nd and 8.
Throwing. Prescott. He finds his man. Complete. That's Ferguson. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Play fake. Here's Prescott. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Oh, this defense knows. 4th quarter, they need to make a play. That one was ripe for the taking. Could have changed the complexion of the ball game, but it winds up incomplete.
Desperation time. Prescott on 4th. A hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. The Cowboys here unable to convert on 4th down. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. Henry up the middle. And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. From midfield now, here's Jackson. Short throw hauled in by Kelsey. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. It's a gain of 35.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Derrick Henry with now 15 rushing touchdowns on the year. And the Ravens are able to build on to their 4th quarter lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that will ensure that it will take a touchdown and a two-point conversion to tie it.
Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away.
Oh, good return up past the 30.
And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return.
Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 38-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
There's still plenty of time here in the fourth quarter. In just a one-possession game, down 8. They'll be looking for the touchdown and two-point conversion. A field goal here on this drive does very little at this stage. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And some room to work.
Now he's into the clear again.
And he almost made it, but just short. Finally out of bounds, right down around the goal line.
Oh, man, disappointment that he couldn't finish that off in the end zone. What an effort there, doing all he can to get to the pylon, and he's going to wind up out of bounds just...
And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys.
Jake Ferguson
there to make the grab. And the Cowboys have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the fourth.
Line up for the two-point conversion.
They'll try and throw for it. Oh, what a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. Still time to work with on the clock, but they wanted the tie now, and they got it.
And I love their aggressiveness. Go ahead and get it done, get the game tied. Now your team has the momentum, and you're staring across the field saying, let's see if you can match us.
Brandon Aubrey to kick off.
Well, this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the fourth as the kick's away. And able to get this out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Jackson going to keep it.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
67 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. They'll run it again with Henry. And he stopped immediately there. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
Well, I would have figured after the 9-yard run on the previous play, getting one more yard wouldn't have been much of a problem. But apparently it was, and now it's 3rd down.
This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. A 20th carry now for Derrick Henry. Henry fighting for the marker, but I don't think he got there. He did not. Nothing doing on 2nd and 3rd down after that 9-yard gain on 1st.
Here's Ryan Wright now
as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Fair catch called for right around the 11-yard line. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Cowboys will be backed up to start the drive. They'll have it 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the fourth quarter. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there on second down.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
On the give, this is Blue.
And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line.
Another carry for their leader, and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
On first down, it's Blue. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Looking to throw. Prescott. All tied up. Less than 2 minutes to go.
And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to third down. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. That's complete to Lamb.
And they work this well upfield across the 45.
And this is obviously a spot where you lean on your stars. Get the ball to them in open space and let them do what they do.
It's a gain of 23 yards. First down, Dallas.
Here's Dak.
And a little floater there, but it'll wind up incomplete, falling to the ground. 2-minute drills, they're tough enough, pressure-packed enough, and these elements makes it significantly tougher.
And you don't have the margin where you can say, okay, I can allow for certain things and maybe change up a little bit. Because it's a 2-minute situation, you've got to try and make the same plays you would make if the elements didn't exist.
Here's Prescott.
And he's got his man in stride, complete.
And he's going to get out of bounds with the first. And they are knocking on the door of field goal range now.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's first and 10 now.
Out of the gun, they run with Blue. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point, you have to have a splash play in there as well.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game.
They'll come up now, 2nd and 9.
Yeah, here we go. I take 26.
They'll run. This is Phil Maffa. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play.
Well, the elements, the crowd, the situation, this is NFL football at its best. Here's third down.
We're going to 53. Here we go, 46. Gun. 26.
Now Dak.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Oh, boy, this sets up for a huge call now, fourth down, because you can try the long field goal, you could go for it, or you can punt and play for overtime. I am so glad, partner, that I don't have to make those kind of decisions. Let's see what they decide.
Brandon Aubrey on for the Cowboys field goal. A 56-yard attempt.
And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute.
So after the made field goal, back out is Aubrey to kick this away.
And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll start things out at the 25.
their own 35-yard line.
Here's 1st and 10.
Middle.
Jackson.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
I don't know if you need the big shot right there or not, because you've still got time to run some of the shorter stuff and try to get into field goal range. They did go for the big one there. It would have been nice, but it winds up incomplete.
Jackson going to keep it.
This is a rarity in the NFL, a 100-yard game on the ground for a quarterback. Even as those passers get more athletic and mobile, we only see about 5 of these a season. It takes a special set of circumstances for it to happen, and of course, a special player.
This definitely 4-down territory at this point, but a critical 3rd down here.
Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Ready?
And now a tough spot here. This is 3rd and 10. Here's Jackson.
He's going to let it fly. This is caught inside the 15. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow.
An extra point splits the uprights. And that will make this a 4-point game.
Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Prescott.
And that's caught inside the 35. And down to the 19-yard line. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now, as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock.
1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Well, this offense still has the 1 timeout here, remember. 1st and 10. To throw, Prescott. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. Yeah, the Cowboys are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line.
And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left.
The 8-yard line.
There we go, boy. 47. He was 1 to 54. Right here.
Now Prescott. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
The way he's thrown the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions. And that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
There we go. Hey, kill. 47. 26.
Now Prescott. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. And a great game comes down to this. Time for one play, and they've got to get it in the end zone.
And I want every cover guy I've got in the game on defense, every extra defensive back who can make a play on the football. So whether it's nickel, dime, quarter, whatever you want to call it, I want 5, 6, 7 guys back there.
27. 26.
One last shot now for Prescott. And this is going to be caught. It's caught. And they've won the football game.
Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout. But instead, they needed every single one of those in this close, high-scoring affair.
And, Brandon, I'm still on the edge of my seat after that one because when you have that much scoring and it still comes down to one-possession game at the end, that's not something we see very often. And in this case, these offenses, they brought it. The defense...